Shout out to Bad Moside. Yes, yo. Shout out to Bad Moside. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. We didn't quite get it in during Christmas because we decided to take one of those well-needed breaks. So much happening in the world that we wanted to see 2020 off before we start Popcorn again. This is season 2 of Popcorn. And I remain your loyal lyricist on call, Modenine. And we're doing this, we actually recorded this live. So if you're hearing this after this, you're getting, the second bite of the pie. Someone, Bad Moside said I should talk about Jimmy Jatt. I promised an episode about Jimmy Jatt. Now, coming up in the game, a long time ago, this was actually in the 90s, up in the game where I wasn't even going anywhere. Jimmy Jatt had these roadblocks that every young person was talking about. You have to go to his studio at, I think it was Obalende. I've forgotten the address, but yeah, he had a roadblock he used to do probably every end of year or something like that. And every budding rapper used to go there it was an open mic thing. You just go there and show your skill. Crazy. It was crazy. And a lot of guys were going there and killing it. And that's how it was. People were just going there and killing it, talking about it. I live near Festac. So a lot of guys from FTT, when I went visiting, they'll be talking about it. And I was like, I should go there one of these days. But Obalende was really far from me, Janiki. And, getting to Festac alone was a trip. You can hear that. Did you hear that clip? Getting to Festac alone was a trip. So I just felt, man, this DJ Jimmy Jatt, Africa's #1. That's what we used to call DJ Jimmy Jatt. You have to give this man his props because Jimmy was popping from ways back, from more than 25 years ago. Jimmy was popping. Now, if you could get a Jimmy Jatt tape, I schooled in Bida Poli, that's Niger State. I remember my homeboy and my first rap partner, Too Crucial. He was kind of stingy with his Jimmy Jatt tapes. He didn't even allow anybody to borrow his Jimmy Jatt tapes because he knew what we were gonna do with those tapes. We were gonna dub them, and he paid probably like 800 naira or something, some crazy amount on a Jimmy Jatt tape. Well, that's what he told us. So I remember taking one of his tapes and going to one other room and dubbing it and returning it to him. Now, I left my tape that I dubbed in that room, and the guys in that room dubbed the tape. So one day when he was going to take his bath, he heard one song and he knew that song never reached Niger State now. Now, be that we did now, that song hadn't reached Niger State. So he waited because he knew how his mix was. He knew that after Rajane played Turn It Up and then go. After Rajane entered, I think you check yourself before you wreck yourself. Oh my God. When he heard that mix enter, he knew it was his tape. He now went in and he said, "Where's the tape?" And all the guys were looking at him like, "Who are you?" And he knew that Modenine was the one that gave that. So he came and was like, "Why did you dub my tape? Oh, for those guys, don't you, man? Ah!" That was how important having a Jimmy Jatt tape was, because it was expensive. All right, boom. I'm just letting you know, I'm building up slowly how the Jimmy Jatt thing came. So after a while, I hooked up with Ayo in school, Ayo Animation Hip Hop World. I was doing stuff for Ayo. I went to Lagos, was doing other stuff for him, and Ayo knew Jimmy Jatt. So we'll go to Jimmy Jatt's shop, his studio. Let's call it studio. Let's not call it shop. At Obalende, we'll go there and he'll give Jimmy Jatt some Hip Hop World magazines. Jimmy used to help Ayo to sell some of the magazines at his studio, and so was DJ Abbas, which is down the road. So I made friends with Abbas too. All those trips just go into Obalende to just hang out with DJs and stuff. I just made a lot of friends. They didn't even know I was a rapper. So that's where I first met Jimmy Jatt. I was too scared to ask him to make a tape for me because I didn't have the money. And I didn't want him to charge me and then I'll go, I don't have the money. So I just chilled. I'll look at the records, look at the album art, the credits and stuff. That's what I was doing. And then one day, somebody brought Jimmy Jatt to Bida Poli. Around when, I think that was in 1998 when Busta Rhymes put out the song Dangerous. Yes. Dangerous was popping then. And Jimmy Jatt came to Bida Poli. Now, a lot of guys have been hearing the name Jimmy Jatt, but most of them didn't know what he looked like. All these guys that lived in Ilorin, Ibadan boys, Ilorin boys, then Bida boys, Kaduna boys, some of them, they didn't know what he looked like, but they just been hearing the name Jimmy Jatt. So they didn't trust the guys that brought Jimmy to Bida. So when they said, yeah, Jimmy Jatt is coming, that's Jimmy Jatt. I remember in students we're chilling at the venue where they were doing the show, and then one of the guys he had drank a little. He was like, "That no be Jimmy Jatt." I said, "Do you know what Jimmy Jatt looks like?" He said, "No, but my mind tell me say no be Jimmy Jatt be this." And I said, one other guy said, "Hey, if you think it's not Jimmy Jatt, go and meet him and ask him." And the guy just said, "Shoo. If I go ask down, are you Jimmy Jatt? You will say, yes, I'm Jimmy Jatt." Where is the validation in that? And I just realized that, this guy's crazy, man. But Lagos boys, most of the Lagos boys that used to go to the shop to dub tapes, they knew who Jimmy Jatt was. And Jimmy killed that show. By the time he started playing, that's when guys said, that guy, I don't want to mention his name, he came to meet me and tell me that. On the other hand, this guy fits be Jimmy Jatt. He fit be Jimmy Jatt. He fits. I'm not saying that he's Jimmy Jatt, but he fits be Jimmy Jatt. I was like, man, get the hell out of here. There were two factions and they had beef with each other at that time. And DJ Jimmy Jatt, right? This is a great guy, man. Music. Wow, I'm not gonna just say anything, man. Music is a music saved a lot of people, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, two factions had beef, and one of the guys some of the guys came in to actually stab one guy at the party. So there's a little scuffle in the middle of the dance floor, and then people are like, oh. Immediately Jimmy Jatt saw the guys fighting. He just played one song. And everybody, their throwaway fight to begin dance. Do you know the song they play? You better have it in favor of us. This is dangerous. It was Busta Rhymes' Dangerous. That was what was killing the dance floor at that time. And once he just played the Dangerous, everybody started dancing. They forgot about fighting. Music finished, they go start fighting. Then he go play Dangerous again, they'll stop fighting. That's how they got the two factions. They had to go meet them and beg them, please don't spoil this show. Jimmy Jatt is going to Mina tomorrow, and we don't want his experience in Bida to be bad. We want it to just live up to reputation that we are the gods of entertainment, because we used to go to Mina to go and school them about rap. I ain't even lying, man. We used to go school those guys. Their best rapper was rapping Young MC's lyrics and claiming that it was his. I'm coming off like a clothes of a hooker, and I can fly like Jimmy Superfly Snooker. As the shuttle goes up into outer space, people's hands go up as I enter the place. The guy was rapping, I think his name was MC George. He was rapping those lyrics and lying to his mates that those were his lyrics and they were healing him. When I got to that show, I was rapping along with him. How did I know his lyrics? Is he that popular? Who is he? I just said, that's Young MC's lyrics. I bet Mona come out. Fake guys. So back to Jimmy Jatt. Let's not digress. Now, after that, Jimmy had one of his DJs with him. I think it was Osahon or something. Yeah, I think it was Osahon. He later traveled. So yeah, we dapped up a little. Jimmy didn't really know me that well, but yeah, we dapped up and everything. It was all cool. Then years later, my first single was killing them in Abuja. Shout out to MBI, shout out to Emmanuel Ogoli, shout out to Groovoids. rest in peace, Nomalus. They were playing my video, It's About to Get Ugly. Shout out to Kenny's Music, shout out to D1 and Kenny Ogumbe. They showed me a lot of love too. So they were playing that song, that particular song. We all know that that's a hardcore track. That is not a commercial track. Jimmy, right? He played that track at a party. At a party where they play all these John Soke songs, man. Jimmy was a stone face playing it, and then people were like, oh, they didn't know how to dance it because it wasn't really a danceable track. They were just looking at it like, oh, what's this? You hear that? So Jimmy will play that song at a party, and then people were like, we don't sabi dance this one, we can't dance. You know how Nigeria is now, we can't dance this one. Yeah. But some guys will be like, they'll listen and they'll recognize them. They'll give me the Guinness face for that track. Bars. So I got a lot of calls from people. There was a show we did in Ibadan. I'm trying to remember. It was Celestine. He later started working for Glow. They used to do this show. They'll go to different places. So Celestine called me and said, yeah, we have a show in Ibadan. We went there, and Jimmy Jatt, I think J-Boy was there. J-Boy, this guy from Sway, is it? I've forgotten his name. Anyway, all those guys were there, the most commercial guys. And then all of a sudden there was this intermission. Jimmy Jatt just started playing It's About to Get Ugly. And I was like, in my mind, I'm like, these people are not gonna feel it, and they're gonna. But funny enough, they were feeling it in Ibadan. They were like, yeah, Jimmy Jatt, because they respected Jimmy Jatt, and anything that Jimmy Jatt plays goes. It means Jimmy Jatt is hip to the game. It means Modenine goes. So yeah, Jimmy was always supporting me. So after the show, we hooked up, we started talking. We were just backstage or something, and then Jimmy was telling me, man, that song, man, I love that song. And this was probably in the early 2000s. And then after I left to Abuja, you can hear that. Police. I left to Abuja and started, the Swap Root project properly. Started recording more songs to try to finish up the album. And then I also, after finishing the album, something happened. It didn't really quite come out. I went back to Lagos, did a couple of other shows, and then me and Elajo, we used to roll a lot then. Elajo of the Thoroughbreds. So we're at, what's that place? Planet One. Yeah, there was this big place where they do shows, Planet One. We're at Planet One. And then we saw Jimmy Jatt there. And he was like, yo guys, I want you to listen to something. And we went outside, and then he played a track from his car. Man, he had these big speakers, man. And it was stylish. But the verses on it were rough, rugged, and raw. Be Right and Hangman. Don't get it twisted. Those are my homies from way back. So I was like, and then Two Face had the hook. So I was like, man, this is nice. And then Jimmy was like, hey, you know what I'm planning? I'm planning to do different versions of this song and put this song out as a maxi single with at least 4 versions. We have the female version, we'll have Rough, Rugged, and Raw and Two Face. Hey, would you guys mind jumping on another version for it? Because Uchi, the African rock star, and then this tall guy from Big Brother Nigeria, Triple H? Yeah. He had already jumped on it, and I heard different versions. So we went to the studio. I told Elajo, man, we're rapping about Lagos because the chorus says, "Style, this Lagos where we did, so let's get it in." So I went there. I had my verses. Now I had like 2 verses, but I, took the best parts of the 2 verses and I just made them into 1 verse. Howie T, rest in peace, was in the studio when we recorded. I think the studio engineer's name was Biodun or something like that. So 1 take, did it, then I was like, no, hold up. I think I recorded 2 songs that time. It was a song called Warning for Jimmy Jatt's project, and then the Styling, both of them were for his project. So Warning was my contribution to his project proper track. And then Styling was like, I was thinking, in my mind, I was recording for a single that was gonna come out. So yeah. After I finished, like an hour later, Elajo comes, Elajo does his verse. And I was like, yo, Ella, man, you rapped about Fela Mind State, you know, different. You were kind of different on that. Then we were like, yeah. He was like, yeah, that's what I was envisioning. And then, you know, cool, no problem. Finished the song, and then I got a call from Jimmy, and he was like, Mode, we're shooting a video. I was like, what about the other versions? He said, yeah, we're still planning to put those ones out with a maxi single, but we're gonna shoot this video because a lot of people have heard them and they like this one. They want us to shoot the video for this one. So I was like, cool, let's shoot the video. So I went there the first day, got ready, I was gashed up and everything. Then they told me DJT, Clarence Peters, people don't know this, they were called the Alliance. Oliver, DJT, Clarence Peters, there were some other guys. I'm not stopping. The music is about to stop, but I'm not gonna stop, I'm gonna continue. So it was DJT, Clarence Peters, Oliver, there was another guy, I forgot, IK, yeah. They called themselves the Alliance. They took care of the video. Jimmy spent some money because the first shoot was basically Two-Face and Elijah. I made a little cameo in the Two-Face shot, the beginning where you said, Modenine, and I was doing this, you know. That was the only cameo I made, and there's this iconic picture from that video shoot. It was me sitting down with Two-Face, one of his cousins, and Anomalous. Rest in peace, Anomalous. So while we were shooting that video, we started getting threats from certain people who were not happy that we were shooting that version of the video and everything. And Jimmy, that was the first time I saw Jimmy really mad. Jimmy was really, really angry. But after the whole thing, I didn't get any calls, you know. After the whole thing, they continued shooting the video. Now Jimmy was like, yo man, next week we're gonna shoot your part of the video. And I was like, okay, I'm game. My part, I shot some of it. In Obalende, thugs were just taxing Jimmy anyhow. Obalende, then we went to Surulere, we went to Ojuelegba. When we got to Ojuelegba bus stop, the Alaye, the king of the thugs, just told us 25 minutes to do 25 minutes now. So paid him. Now while we're shooting the video, the thugs are trying their best to distract you so that you take longer. You know, they act like they don't know what's happening, and another crew will come and start disturbing, you know. Then when it's getting to like, let's say 22 minutes, the guys say, 3 minutes left. So, but we managed to shoot, you know, something. So after that, Jimmy was like, next shot, it was DJT that was saying us, okay, next shot, we're going to Shita. Went to Shita. Rest in peace, OJB. OJB was the one that took us to Shita. When we got there, but when I first, now insult Shita boys begin insult also, for real. When we were just standing, they did some light makeup. Shout out to Jennifer, J Beauty. That's Oliver's sister. Shout out to J Beauty. She does makeup. She's really good at it. So when they were making us up and everything, trying to get those Shita boys were just like, there we go. I was dead. Give us money. And then now so OJB was supposed to take care of that. So OJB just came and he was like, he said, hey, God don't catch you. That video where you shoot where you did with Kenny's music, you never pay that one. Now you go pay that one and we go collect this one. I was like, wow. We looked at OJB just told us, no, don't worry. Don't worry, I'll sort everything out. And shout out to OJB, man. OJB, man, those guys, they look very angry. They were pissed off. They were pissed. I don't know how OJB did it, man, but he calmed them down, gave them their little cheese. Don Jimmy Jatt was just in one corner like that, you know, coding himself. Jimmy Jatt just code himself for one corner, cat for one corner, you know, bought some drinks for us, we drink, and after that we started shooting that iconic part where me, OJB, shout out to our bounce. Now I told a story about our bounce supporting me when some certain guys were talking trash about me, saying that I bite my lyrics from the internet. That's why I got so much love for our bounce, aka white one girls bring better than yours. That's right, it's better than yours. Y'all won't know that song because that song is really old, but it's a really dope song. I told the story of how I used to bump that when I was on radio. Now it was me, a bounce. I think OJB, me, a bounce, OJB, and Joe Kenny. That's the producer of the song. We had that walk. We were just walking, and while we're doing all these shots and everything, right? These shita guys, these are good over shita. They don't send us to the one of those looked at. I think OJB's hair was like, he combed his hair up. Was it a bounce? I don't know. One of them combed his hair out like one of the Aguero. That one was on crutches. I see. I'm gonna go school. I don't go school. See what I'm gonna do. Yo. I'm gonna go America. I just had to keep a straight face when I was rapping my bars. I almost forgot my bars. These guys, they can insult too. You know, it was like, time up, Lucy, time up, job, time up. Oh yeah, Jimmy, Adina, OJ, follow, time up. I'm all up, man. Follow. This guy, it was just so funny, man. So we finished. It was Obalende. After Obalende, we went to Ojuelegba. After Ojuelegba, we went to Shita. After the video shoot, I sat down on the floor and I was like, yo, Elajo and Two-Face, they had it easy, man. They had it easy. And I was like, DJ T, man, why did you make my part the hardest part, man? And it was like, yo, because I just want to make the video different. And that video won several awards. Now, thing about Jimmy Jatt is, Jimmy has been one of the prominent guys in the music industry that has showed me so much love. If I'm doing something, video shoot, my performance at industry night, both my performances, I just need to hit Jimmy Jatt up once and he's there. Shout out to Steve Babayeko because he's like that too. Steve Babayeko about Extreme Ideas, he supported me a lot. Financially too. A lot of people didn't even know that. I got some financial backing from Steve. Not only Steve, there was another guy, Justice. He too, he held it down for me. He owned a label then, Serengeti Records. I told a story how he hired one girl to run the label, and the girl didn't like my music. She wanted her boyfriend to. She wanted a cake and eat. She wanted to have a cake and eat it because the guy that she was trying to promote was her boyfriend, and she was also sleeping with the main guy. So, but she wasn't feeling me, man. She was like, no, this music is not. So they pumped money into that guy, pumped, and nothing happened. But it's not my doing. There's a God. So yeah, Jimmy has always supported me, and sometimes when we talk, and then we just talk, and he goes, man, Mo, don't worry, I'm doing this. I'm doing a song. He told me he was doing another song, and this one is an international song. So he sent a beat to me made by Kid Connect. Now the beat was good, but I was 100% vibing with the beat. But I was like, since it's Jimmy Jatt, I'ma do it. When it comes to Jimmy Jatt, I do not make excuses. I just do it, even if I'm busy. I was really busy that day that he sent me that beat. I downloaded it. It was on my phone. I listened to it, and I was like, I'm gonna do something. But I had a pre-written verse. I called him, I asked him, I was like, dude, what's the theme of this song? And Jimmy just said, you know how Jimmy is. Modenine, just rap, just do anything, just it's you now. I just wanted you to rap. I'm putting a Navio from Uganda. I'm putting a Manifest from Ghana. Guys that I'm feeling. Basically, just rap. So I didn't even know that there was a certain theme. If I'd heard the hook, I want to be the greatest. I want to be the greatest in the whole wide world. If I knew that was going to be the hook, I would have rapped something entirely different, some inspirational Mahatma Gandhi kind of, I would have been on my Huey P. Newton tip. But I just thought, just rap. So I just said, wow, West Africa, the sheriff of the jungle, rolling into town on the white Bronco, Don Flo, Don Stagliano, going gonzo. Wild West. That is about Wild West, but Wild West Africa. Wild West Africa. So that was a little play on words I put there, man. He said, Wild West Africa, riding through the jungle. You know, something riding on a white Bronco. Everybody knows the white Bronco is the Lone Ranger. So I was just trying to say the Lone Ranger from West Africa. So the bars, I'll break down the bars for that track probably later, but I just dropped some bars. And then when the whole song came out, I found out that Femi Kuti was on the song. He played the sax, and the theme was kind of different. Everybody was on that inspirational vibe, and I kind of felt like, oh my God, I even dropped some lewd lyrics on there. I was like, whatever, man. But people liked it. They were like, Moda, we like it. It's dope, man. Dope bars. So Jimmy called me up, video shoot, went to his crib, shot the video. Now there's this girl, her name is Haley. Shout out to Haley, she's always holding it down. She, anytime I call her to come and be in one of my videos, if you watch Let It Go, Let It Go, Let It Go, there's a part that the beat changes and it changes to lyrical Nigerian. We see one very beautiful girl posing and everything. That's Haley. And also she was in Doba. She was in the part where she wore a leather skirt with Terry the Rap Man in that same scene. She was there too. All I do is just call her once, and then she doesn't even answer. And I said, "Do you want to eat? Do you want to?" She said, "No, I'll just do my part and then go." And then she was. We were also looking for people who are gonna be in the video, because it was a sharp video. It was just my part we were shooting. Navio had shot his part, and Manifest. Jimmy Jatt went to Ghana and he shot with Manifest. So he just wanted to merge all three parts together. So it was rush. So Uriel, the girl from Big Brother Naija, she just happened to just pass by, and she was in the video. If you look properly, you see her in the video at the back. She was there just hiding at the back. So I was like, okay, we need more eye candy in this video. We need at least just to soften it up. So I called Haley. I was like, Haley, where are you right now? She said she's in Ajah. No, is it Lekki roundabout? Somewhere in Lekki. And I was like, okay, that's not too far from where we were. And I was like, can you come over? We're shooting a video. She's like, okay. Boom. In less than 45 minutes, she was there. And I was like, wow, on point. So in that video, The Greatest, you see a girl behind me. She's wearing one of these African tops. That's Haley. You know, me and Jimmy, we did all the shots and everything. That one day we finished everything. And boom, the video came out. I got a lot of love from Uganda and Ghana. A lot of fans from Uganda and Ghana. Now, this is a message to all you up-and-comers. This is a message to all you up-and-comers. If you want to grow your fan base, do songs with people who have a fan base. Do songs with people who are in a different region. And also, your skill set has to be at par. Don't go and do songs with someone that will just take the song this way and then you be down here, because all people are going to do is listen to that person's verse and then just totally disregard you, and the song might just play and then people think that person owns the song. So you have to look for collabos that will work. Not all collabos work. So, and Jimmy is a master at merging artists. Like you can tell from all Jimmy's from all his projects that he puts out. Now there was this other video that Jimmy Jatt was shooting. I think it was a video with Burna Boy, Sound Sultan and Young Gracie, I think. Yeah, we went to Armando's studio to shoot that. I wasn't supposed to even be in the video. I wasn't going to be. I just went there to just hang out, you know, because Armando, the guy that owned the studio in Lekki Phase 1, is a friend of mine. Shout out to Armando. And I went there to just, just peruse around. So after, I think Burna Boy couldn't make it. So they were like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. Don't call me out. They probably did finish the video, but we were just hanging out. And then Jimmy just looked at me and said, hey, Mo, there's one intro kind of verse that you dropped on my, it wasn't an intro. It was kind of like a skit, but it was just one verse, one long verse. He said, let's shoot that. I was like, how now? I don't even know the lyrics, man. I just voiced it. I sent it to you. Jimmy just said, Modenine, I'm going to give you 1 hour. 1 hour to learn the lyrics, man. Let's shoot that. So, I I just, I think Elajo was there. Yeah, Elajo came around later, and I learned the lyrics less than 45 minutes, 35 minutes. I just played it over and over again. It was a long verse. And I was like, okay, Jimmy, we ready. And then we shot the video, and it was the one that had Tools talking on it, and also Olisa Debois. So they went to go and shoot Tools, and they shot Olisa Debois. I think P Square 2 made an appearance in the video, but those were off cuts. I wasn't even there. They were B-rolls. So when they finished with the video, they just sent it to me, and I saw it, and I was like, not bad. It wasn't bad. So man, like, my relationship with Jimmy is very deep. He's Jimmy's jump off. Jimmy doesn't need to even say, all he needs to say, Mode, I'm doing a show. I just say where and what time. We never talk money, never. This is the guy that put me on, literally put me on. He could have just, the first time he heard a Modenine song that was in the late 90s, early 2000s, he could have just boned. He wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't even be mad at that. I wasn't even expecting him to hold me down. There was a video shoot. I talked about this in one of my other episodes. There was a video shoot that I invited Jimmy Jatt to. Hip hop. Him and DJ Naughty Steve. I invited them, and Jimmy almost lost his life. I was like, it don't go happen. Touch wood, it will not happen. So, yeah, it was so crazy. I was like, man, thank God for that. Jimmy has really done a lot, not only for me, but for a lot of these guys rapping out there. A lot of you guys need to give Jimmy Jatt his props. Maybe I should do a mixtape and let Jimmy Jatt host it. Not maybe, I should do that. I'm gonna do that, but it's just sad that I don't do mixtapes anymore. I'll just do a project, and I'll hook up with Jimmy Jatt and let him do all the screaming on it. And once again, I'm gonna say this. Respect to those keeping the art form moving. And God will punish all you mainstream artists, especially all you guys in New York with the Block 365 scamming. There's a scam going on. All these Corona has already shot their money, so they're trying to take money from unsigned artists. Your favorite artist might reach out to you in the DM, then say let's work, asking you for money later on. Do not give them anything, because at the end of the day, it's not even your favorite artist that you're talking to. You're talking to a guy called Big Trill. It is a scam where they get all these guys. And it's not as if these guys don't know. These guys willingly give them their social media so that they can scam on unsigned artists. Now, the reason why I'm really pissed at these artists, because they know, because they get part of the money. They get paid 50% of the money that this guy Big Trill scams you. He's gonna give them part of the money. So, and probably get them to shoot a little skit, say, hey, I'm reaching out to some of the best spitters. If you rap, if you produce, if you're good, just DM me, you're talking to me. It's a lie, you're not talking to them. It's the same format. We're Nigerians now, you can't use format on us now. We started that. We started that format. Now format you won't come use on us. You want to use my own spoon where I don't use drink garri for 20 years. You won't come use and drink pap. Come on, bro. That ain't working, man. Don't format us, man. It won't work. You won't get one kobo for me. See, one of these guys hit me up. I don't want to mention his name, man, because I got too much respect for him. He used format on me. Go punish you for this new year, 2021. Pray everybody put your hands in the air. Nobody will use format to take your hard-earned money, your blood, sweat, tears. Nobody. Too late, Joe. Too late. I'll see you guys, man. This was an extra long one, man. You guys deserved it, man. Peace. Popcorn.